Manchester, a city renowned for its rich footballing heritage, has long been associated with two football clubs that have dominated English football, Manchester United and Manchester City. For decades, Manchester United was synonymous with success, boasting a cabinet full of domestic and international trophies and a global fan base that stretched far beyond the borders of England. Manchester City, in contrast, was often considered the noisy neighbour, a club with a passionate but smaller fan base, struggling in the shadow of its more illustrious rival. However, the 21st century has witnessed a dramatic shift in the balance of power between these two clubs. Manchester City, once the underdog, has now emerged as a footballing powerhouse, overtaking Manchester United not only in terms of success on the pitch, but also in financial clout, global recognition, and influence. This comprehensive analysis delves into the myriad factors that contributed to Manchester City's rise and Manchester United's relative decline, examining the key moments, decisions, and strategies that reshaped the footballing landscape in Manchester. Manchester United's dominance in English football can be traced back to the appointment of Sir Alex Ferguson as manager in 1986. Ferguson's tenure was marked by an unprecedented period of success, with the club winning 13 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, and 2 UEFA Champions League titles under his stewardship. The key to United's success was Ferguson's ability to build multiple championship-winning teams, his knack for spotting and nurturing talent, and his uncompromising demand for excellence. The class of '92, a group of homegrown players including Ryan Giggs, Paul Scholes, and David Beckham, became the cornerstone of United's dominance, complemented by astute signings such as Eric Cantona and Cristiano Ronaldo. During the 1990s and early 2000s, Manchester United capitalized on the globalization of football, establishing itself as a global brand. The club's success on the pitch was matched by its commercial acumen of it. United was one of the first football clubs to recognize the potential of the burgeoning global market, particularly in Asia and the United States. Strategic partnerships, lucrative sponsorship deals, and a vast merchandising network helped United generate substantial revenue, further cementing its status as a global superpower. The club's listing on the London Stock Exchange in 1991 and later on the New York Stock Exchange in 2012 exemplified its financial strength and international appeal. The retirement of Sir Alex Ferguson in 2013 marked the end of an era and the beginning of a period of instability for Manchester United. The club struggled to maintain its dominance, cycling through several managers in quick succession, including David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Each brought a different philosophy and approach, but none could replicate Ferguson's sustained success. The frequent changes in management led to inconsistencies on the pitch, with United often finishing outside the top 4 in the Premier League and enduring a barren spell in European competitions. Manchester United's decline was not solely due to managerial changes. Structural issues within the club also played a significant role. The ownership of the club by the Glazer family, who completed a leveraged buyout in 2005, has been a source of contention among fans. The debt incurred from the takeover placed financial constraints on the club, despite its high revenue. Furthermore, the Glazers' focus on commercial success sometimes appeared to overshadow the club's footballing ambitions. The recruitment strategy, particularly under Ed Woodward's tenure as executive vice chairman, was criticized for being scattergun, with big money signings failing to deliver on their potential. These issues contributed to United's struggles to compete at the highest level consistently. Before Manchester City's transformation into a footballing powerhouse, the club endured decades of mediocrity, oscillating between the top flight and the lower divisions. Despite a loyal fan base, City was often overshadowed by Manchester United's success. The club's last major domestic triumph before the takeover was the 1969 FA Cup, followed by the 1976 League Cup. However, the following years were characterized by poor management, financial difficulties, and relegation battles. The club's infamous relegation to the third tier of English football in 1998 was a low point, highlighting the stark contrast between the two Manchester clubs at the time. The turning point in Manchester City's history came in September 2008 when the club was purchased by the Abu Dhabi United Group, owned by Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan. The takeover, which was reportedly worth around £210 million, was the catalyst for City's rapid rise to the top of English and European football. Sheikh Mansour's investment transformed the club's fortunes, providing the financial muscle needed to compete with the biggest clubs in the world. Unlike other ownership models, Sheikh Mansour's approach was characterized by long-term planning, strategic investment, and a clear vision for success both on and off the pitch. A crucial aspect of Manchester City's ascendancy has been the appointment of Pep Guardiola as manager in 2016. Guardiola, widely regarded as one of the greatest football minds of his generation, brought with him a footballing philosophy that revolutionized the Premier League. His emphasis on possession-based football, high pressing, and tactical flexibility set City apart from their rivals. Under Guardiola, Manchester City has won multiple Premier League titles, often breaking records for points, goals scored, and win margins. The 2017 to 2018 season, in which City became the first Premier League team to reach 100 points, is often cited as one of the most dominant campaigns in English football history. One of the cornerstones of Manchester City's success under Sheikh Mansour and Guardiola has been their strategic approach to recruitment. Unlike some clubs that rely on marquee signings, City has focused on building a squad with depth, balance, and versatility. The club's scouting network, led by Director of Football Txiki Begiristain, has identified and acquired players who fit Guardiola's system, often securing young talents before they become global superstars. The likes of Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling, Bernardo Silva, and Ruben Dias have become integral to City's success, while the club's willingness to spend big on the right players, such as Jack Grealish and Erling Haaland, has ensured they remain competitive at the highest level. Sheikh Mansour's ownership of Manchester City has brought unprecedented financial investment into the club. The initial influx of capital was used to clear the club's debts, upgrade facilities, and invest in the playing squad. Over the years, the scale of investment has continued to grow, with City spending over £1.5 billion on transfers since the takeover. This financial clout has enabled the club to compete with traditional European giants like Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich. However, it's important to note that City's spending has been coupled with efforts to grow the club's revenue streams, ensuring a sustainable financial model. Pep Guardiola's arrival at Manchester City brought about a tactical revolution in the Premier League. His philosophy, rooted in the principles of tiki-taka football developed during his time at Barcelona, emphasizes possession, fluid movement, and high pressing. Guardiola's City is characterized by its ability to control games through overwhelming possession, often exceeding 70% in matches, and by the versatility of its players. Guardiola has also introduced innovative tactical setups, such as the use of inverted fullbacks and a false nine, which have challenged traditional English football tactics. His emphasis on collective play, where every player contributes to both attack and defense, has made City a formidable and cohesive unit. Manchester City's success under Guardiola has been driven by a core group of players who have excelled in their roles within his system. Kevin De Bruyne, often considered one of the best midfielders in the world, has been instrumental with his vision, passing, and goal-scoring ability. Raheem Sterling, under Guardiola's guidance, developed into one of the most potent forwards in the league, contributing goals and assists with consistency. Sergio Aguero, City's all-time leading goalscorer, provided the cutting edge in attack, while Edison's ability to play out from the back revolutionized the role of the goalkeeper. Defensively, players like Vincent Kompany and later Ruben Dias have provided the leadership and stability needed to compete at the highest level. Manchester City's investment in youth development has also played a crucial role in the club's long-term strategy. The City Football Academy, part of the Etihad campus, is a world-class facility designed to develop the next generation of footballing talent. The academy has produced players who have made significant contributions to the first team, most notably Phil Foden, who has emerged as one of England's brightest young talents. City's commitment to youth development reflects a broader philosophy of building a sustainable footballing model where homegrown talent can complement high-profile signings. The success of the academy also reinforces City's identity as a club with deep roots in the local community, despite its global ambitions. Since Sir Alex Ferguson's retirement in 2013, Manchester United has struggled to find a managerial successor capable of replicating his success. The club has appointed and parted ways with several high-profile managers, each bringing different philosophies and tactics, leading to a lack of continuity and stability. David Moyes, Ferguson's chosen successor, was dismissed after less than a season. Louis van Gaal introduced a possession-based style but failed to achieve consistent results. Jose Mourinho brought short-term success, including a Europa League title, but his tenure ended in acrimony. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, a former United player, initially restored optimism with an attacking style reminiscent of Ferguson's teams, but his tactical limitations and inconsistency eventually led to his departure. The managerial upheaval has hindered United's ability to build a coherent team and challenge for major honours consistently. Manchester United's struggles in the transfer market have also contributed to the club's decline relative to Manchester City. The club has spent heavily on marquee signings, but many have failed to live up to expectations. High-profile transfers such as Angel Di Maria, Alexis Sanchez, and Paul Pogba have been met with mixed success, with some players struggling to adapt to the Premier League or fit into the team's tactical setup. In contrast, Manchester City's recruitment has been more strategic, with signings tailored to Guardiola's system and long-term vision. United's scattergun approach to the transfer market has often led to an unbalanced squad, lacking the cohesion and depth seen at City. The club's failure to adequately replace key players, such as the aging defensive duo of Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic, has also been a significant factor in their defensive frailties in recent years. The Glazer family's ownership of Manchester United has been a contentious issue among fans, particularly regarding the club's financial management. The leveraged buyout in 2005 saddled the club with significant debt, which has affected its ability to compete in the transfer market despite generating substantial revenue. The focus on commercial success, exemplified by numerous sponsorship deals and global marketing campaigns, has sometimes been perceived as prioritizing profits over footballing success. This has led to protests from fans calling for changes in ownership and governance. The financial constraints, coupled with the club's fluctuating performance on the pitch, have hindered Manchester United's ability to keep pace with Manchester City, who have enjoyed more stable and supportive ownership. Manchester City's rise to prominence has had a significant impact on its global fan base. Traditionally, City was seen as a local club with a strong following in Manchester but limited international reach. However, the club's success in the Premier League and Europe, coupled with strategic marketing efforts, has expanded its global footprint. City has invested in growing its brand worldwide, with a particular focus on emerging markets such as Asia, the Middle East, and North America. The club's success in attracting global superstars such as Sergio Aguero and Kevin De Bruyne has also helped to increase its appeal to international audiences. The rise of social media has further amplified City's global presence, with the club boasting millions of followers across various platforms. While Manchester City's domestic success under Guardiola has been remarkable, the club's ultimate ambition has been to establish itself as a dominant force in European football. The UEFA Champions League, the most prestigious club competition in the world, has been the final frontier for City. Despite several near misses, including a runner-up finish in the 2020 to 2021 season, City's relentless pursuit of European glory has been a testament to its growth as a club. The financial investment, tactical innovation, and squad depth have allowed City to compete with Europe's elite, such as Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Bayern Munich. Winning the Champions League would not only cement City's status as a global powerhouse, but also symbolize the culmination of the club's transformation from underdog to giant. In response to Manchester City's rise, Manchester United has embarked on a journey to rediscover its identity and rebuild its reputation as one of the world's leading football clubs. This process has involved a combination of managerial changes, tactical evolution, and strategic recruitment. The club has sought to blend its traditional attacking style with modern footballing principles, aiming to create a team capable of competing at the highest level once again. United has also placed greater emphasis on youth development, with the emergence of homegrown talents like Marcus Rashford and Mason Greenwood providing hope for the future. The challenge for United is to find the right balance between short-term success and long-term stability, ensuring that the club can once again challenge for major honours. Manchester United's approach to recruitment has evolved in recent years, with a focus on acquiring players who fit the club's long-term vision. The signing of Bruno Fernandes in January 2020 was a turning point, as the Portuguese midfielder quickly became the team's creative fulcrum, inspiring a resurgence in form. United has also targeted young, promising players such as Jadon Sancho and Harry Maguire, who have the potential to develop into key figures for the club. However, the challenge remains to build a squad with the depth and quality needed to compete with Manchester City and other top clubs consistently. The appointment of Erik ten Hag, known for his tactical acumen and ability to develop young talent, is seen as a step towards achieving this goal. As Manchester City looks to the future, the challenge will be to sustain its dominance in English and European football. Guardiola's tenure has already established City as one of the most successful clubs of the modern era, but the question remains whether the club can maintain this success in the long term. The continued investment in the playing squad, youth development, and global expansion will be key factors in City's future. Additionally, the club must navigate the evolving landscape of football finance, ensuring compliance with regulations such as financial fair play while remaining competitive in the transfer market. City's ambitions extend beyond winning trophies. The club aims to build a lasting legacy as a global footballing institution, with aspirations of becoming the world's most successful and recognized club. For Manchester United, the road to revival is likely to be challenging, but not insurmountable. The club's history, global fan base, and financial resources provide a strong foundation for a comeback. However, success will depend on the ability to make strategic decisions in recruitment, management, and governance. United must continue to develop its youth academy, build a cohesive and competitive squad, and find a manager capable of leading the team back to the pinnacle of English and European football. The club's identity, rooted in attacking football and a never-say-die spirit, must be preserved and adapted to the demands of modern football. If United can achieve this balance, there is every reason to believe that the club can once again challenge for major honours and reclaim its place among the world's elite. The rivalry between Manchester City and Manchester United, known as the Manchester Derby, has become one of the most anticipated fixtures in world football. As both clubs continue to evolve, the nature of this rivalry will undoubtedly change, reflecting the broader shifts in the footballing landscape. The Derby is not just a contest for local bragging rights, it has become a global spectacle, symbolizing the competition between two contrasting footballing philosophies and ownership models. The outcome of future derbies will be influenced by the club's ongoing efforts to build and maintain successful teams. As Manchester City seeks to continue its dominance and Manchester United strives for a revival, the Manchester Derby will remain a defining fixture in English football, with the potential to shape the future of both clubs. The story of how Manchester City overtook Manchester United is a tale of transformation, ambition, and the changing dynamics of modern football. Manchester City's rise from underdog to powerhouse, fueled by strategic investment, visionary leadership, and tactical innovation, has redefined the footballing landscape in Manchester and beyond. Conversely, Manchester United's struggles in the post-Ferguson era have highlighted the challenges of maintaining success in an increasingly competitive environment. However, the rivalry between these two clubs remains as fierce as ever, with both sides determined to assert their dominance. As the footballing world continues to evolve, the battle for supremacy in Manchester will undoubtedly produce more drama, excitement, and moments that will be remembered for generations to come. So do you think Manchester is blue or red?